morning's here.
Not yet. Good morning, all. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Morning Shoe. The morning
shoe. He's turned into
that guy's name?
Wow, I just completely lost it. Ed Sullivan.
Thank you. The Morning Shoe. And the Tuesday edition, the first show on 3-Show Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
No
Should be a 3-Show Tuesday.
3-Show Tuesday.
3-Shoe Tuesday, which is weird. I don't know what you do with the other one.
You go sock, shoe, or sock, shoe, shoe. Hey, Fred Ramirez.
That sounds like you're sleeping if you say sock, shoe.
I don't get it.
Honk shoe.
That's good on.
No? Okay.
I just got an email from Disney Store about a Disney Columbia team up with Fishing Mickey. What is Columbia?
It's a merch company.
Oh.
Merch company is a little degrading to them, but yeah.
I thought there were the people that sent me like 10
They're
CDs.
a clothing brand. How about that? That's better.
They don't send me 10 CDs for a penny?
No, that's the Columbia House. They sold the house. Now they just make jackets.
So we're going to talk about what's going on in the world of Disney and otherwise. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, beyond, who knows?
I don't think we're talking about too far news.
I'm Juby Mosley, the co-founder here at Laughing Place. That's Kyle Burbank. He's our executive editorial director. Don't mess it up. Let's get started. Nice haircut.
It's not cut. I just showered.
Let's start the day on my shower. The way we start every day, with Doobie remembering to size his window properly. There we go. And then the stock price. So yesterday we were 82.40 is what I wrote down. I think right. The market's been doing a lot better this morning. Still refreshed though. It has been a little hectic. Scroll down. 85.20. Way to go, Disney. Never got below 80. What a relief. Hopefully this is just the beginning for both Disney and the stock market as a whole, because I'd like to retire. And right now my 401k is not looking good. Retired Ethan.
Hello there and welcome to another edition of the LP Disney Weather Report. I hear a wind, whistling air, whispering in my ear. Boy, Mercury's shooting through every degree. Oh girl dancing down those dirty and dusty trails. Take it hip to hip, rock it through the wilderness. Around the world the trip begins with a kiss. Roam if you want to. Roam around the world. Roam if you want to. Without wings, without wheels. Roam if you want to. Roam around the world. Roam if you want to. Without anything but the love we feel. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be mostly sunny again today and top out at 77. Walt Disney World will be a bit overcast this morning, but the sun will peek out in the afternoon. Still, the high will only be 74. Castaway Cay will make it to 78 today with some winds. Meanwhile, Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will briefly hit 80 while settling at 79 for most of the day. Disneyland Paris is sunny and 63 this evening, but will cool to 50 before the new day arrives. Tokyo will warm to 67 tomorrow with sunshine-filled skies. Shanghai is in for a hot one tomorrow as they'll reach 86 degrees. Lastly, Hong Kong will be cloudy tomorrow with a high of 77. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
We have non-Disney breaking news. If you are a Universal Orlando Resort pass holder,
I am.
I have great news, Doobie.
Yes.
You can now go to a preview of Epic Universe. They have dates and you can...
I can just reserve a ticket and go to a preview of Epic Universe?
Yeah, for the low price of up to $144.
So that's like what it costs to actually go to the park. What is my benefit for being a pass holder here?
You get ultimate bragging rights because you get to go early.
Wow. I think, we talked about this before the show and how previews like this are often free. If I'm not mistaken, DCA previews for pass holders were not free. I do believe, though, they were $20, if I recall correctly, back when a ticket was probably $50, $60. So no similar discount here, but continue.
That's pretty much it. There's a few different dates, different prices. Let me see. Luke took a screenshot because he's also a pass holder. 123 is the lowest one I see, but they, like I said, the first ones are 144, then it kind of goes down, then it goes back up, and then... So yeah, that they start, it looks like April 17th is the first available date, and they go through the beginning of May.
May 8th,
and the park opens later in May.
May 22nd is the official grand opening for the park. So what happens
But-
from May 9th through May 21st?
I don't know. Probably public soft openings.
Those won't be free either, I'm guessing.
No, probably not. But if you want to hear all about Epic Universe, Benji was on Park Talk yesterday talking about it. And Doobie, I don't know if you noticed, but this is the first time, well, maybe not the first time, we had our elite members in Discord requested a new emoji while Benji was talking, and I
did
was able
notice
to
that.
create it on the
Oh,
fly.
did you really?
Yeah. So now there's a seagull emoji
Whoa, this is
for
weird.
when you want to talk about Benji being a seagull.
That is cool. Benji earned it, not Jeremiah. I'm glad I changed my shirt today. Not Jeremiah.
I don't know. Gio and Nikki will have to tell me. I believe it was Benji was the impetus. I'm not sure.
Interesting. I thought Benji was. They were both relatively positive about it. It's worth going to check out if you're interested in Epic. Benji and Jeremiah both been and talked extensively.
Just not the hotel.
The hotel was not positive. Those scratchy
I
sheets,
think
man. Those
that
scratchy
might be
sheets.
a case of him being a little too fancy. That's talk about
I
bougie.
think Benji is
Bougie
not
Benji.
used to staying in moderately priced hotels.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, he did say that the walls were thin, which, yeah, that happens when you don't stay in fancy places. Any room I've stayed in Vegas that's not his has thin walls.
There's thin walls, and then there's what's happening in those thin walls that can really color your opinion. Sometimes people are particularly loud for one reason or another. And
They were excited about being an Epic Universe, Doobie.
I stayed in a nice hotel in New Orleans where I did not feel like the walls were particularly thin, but there were some people enjoying the fact that they were at Essence Fest. I was woken up by that. Anyway, moving right along.
Moving along to a story that I added after that. Yeah.
Oh,
got some-
I did not see this story.
Some minor updates about the Disneyland 70th that I thought were worth noting.
All right.
A lot of this we knew, so as you'll scroll, but as you scroll, you'll see something about the emotions of Inside Out 2. Keep going. It's under the World of Color section.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you'll be able to vote for either envy, sadness, anger, or disgust. And you vote before the show, and they'll be that emotion, the winning emotion, will be featured in special segments of World of Color.
That is
Both
very
performances. They just lock it in, and that's what goes for 2 shows. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. You'll get to
That is very
choose one of those 4.
Anything else?
Yeah. Magic Band Plus will unlock unique effects at 5 interaction points in the original lands of Disneyland Park. The 5 of them, not now. There's 9, and these effects will be inspired by some of the park's opening day attractions. So that's kind of fun. And finally, a new tour, a Story of Celebration 70th Anniversary guided tour. Will be a 2-hour add-on experience that explores the heritage of Disneyland Park, and bookings for that will open on April 24th.
I know I didn't find that section of the article, but can you tell someone to fix this? This is not. There's a mistake here, I believe.
Okay, well, I'm not the editor for the Disney Parks blog.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I'd probably be paid more if I was.
You can just stop it. I would probably be paid and just stop right there.
Yeah, that's a relatively new thing.
It's making me a little anxious that I can't vote for anxiety. Actually, that's probably they know today's audience, and they know that if anxiety was there, it would be the winner every single time.
Yeah. But now on to you, Doobie.
Mickey B.
Oh, slam.
All right. Speaking of slam, if you'd like to slam your way to Destination D at Walt Disney World, that may be the worst ever. Tickets are now going to be available
Good save.
on April 14th. That's next Monday. So back to the beginning. Destination D runs August 29th through 31st at Coronado Springs. I just learned it was at Coronado Springs, not Contemporary, writing this up. Much easier place to park, let me tell you. Doubling in size, a lot of space over there at Coronado Springs. Unlike previous years where they've used this as an opportunity for a big keynote speech with some announcements, they've let us know that this is instead going to focus on deeper dives because we made all our announcements at D23 Expo. There are some cool nightly events they're going to be having, like Cuscotopia at Typhoon Lagoon and 80s and 90s celebration. So these are included with your ticket. Tickets are available for Gold members only. However, for these two events, if you don't get a ticket for Destination D, they will have a limited number available for Gold members separate from Destination D, which is kind of cool. I'm glad they're doing that. They're also doing D23 nights at Disney Springs. They're doing a completely separate event around the same time, but not included with Destination D, called a Goofy Movie Throwback Premiere. Let me see if I can find that. There you go. Goofy Movie Throwback Premiere, so you can get that. So it's not only the Destination D.
Kind of an oxymoron, right?
It's not only the Destination D, but there are events around it. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of shopping and things like that. So if you want to buy your tickets, again, April 14th, 10 a.m. Pacific time. D23 Gold members only. And looking forward to this. I don't know if I'm going, but if I am, looking forward to this. If I'm not, looking forward to everybody else's coverage.
Well, thing is, I'm not looking forward to Destination D23 because I know that I'm not going, but I am looking forward to Thunderbolts, Marvel's latest. And yesterday, tickets went on sale. I was about to buy mine, but I had to re-download the Alamo thing. But as they do, they released a bunch of new posters for the premium formats. You got your Dolbys, your IMAXs, your ScreenXs, Real D3D, ScreenX. Yeah, it's just...
There's a lot of...
Who says Disney doesn't employ graphic designers? They had a... They're paying overtime to make all these. That one's cool. So all of those are just cool. But if you're going to the world famous El Capitan Theater to see the movie, you have a couple of different fan event options. The first one on Thursday night, you can get this Thunderbolts tote bag on the left there. You also get popcorn and a drink and a event credential along with your ticket, and that's Thursday night's event. Friday night, you get a Yelena Pop and a Thunderbolts beanie along with your popcorn, fountain drink, and event credential and ticket. Both of these fan events will be $53 each.
I feel like I need to go to both to get the tote bag and the beanie.
Exactly. $106 can buy you.
I feel like I'll be okay without either. Maybe I'll go to Epic Universe Preview instead for that money.
There you go. So that's El Capitan. And then at my theater of choice, the Alamo Drafthouse, you can add this cool Thunderbolts pint glass to your order. You can pre-order it when you buy your ticket. It's $20, and it looks like 3 glasses. It is just one glass. They're showing you all the different sides of it. I have a couple of these, and I enjoy them. So I don't know if I'll buy this one yet, but I will consider it.
Do you drink a non-alcoholic pint out of them?
I don't think it comes with a drink.
No,
maybe it does.
You said you have some at home.
Yeah. I sometimes pour non-alcoholic beers in them. Yes.
Okay. Still you.
Still me, yeah. We talked about Brooks and runDisney, the new shoes that debuted during the Springtime Surprise Expo. Well, they made their way online. These are $160. You do have to be a member of their club, which it's free. You just have to sign up and give them your email, basically. I was taking a look before the show, and I was a little surprised to see that the Mickey ones were like completely sold out, while the limited edition ones, like the Springtime Surprise, are not. I wonder if that's because if you didn't do the Springtime Surprise, maybe you're not as interested. People just wanted to get on the Mickey ones right away. But it will not surprise you to find out that the mini ones are not sold out in men's, but they are in women's. But yeah.
I have a story about tennis shoes.
Okay.
I bought some this weekend with Gideon. He bought some too this past weekend. We went to Roadrunner. Are you familiar with Roadrunner?
I think I've heard of it.
Where you get on a treadmill.
I'm familiar with Coyote.
Yeah, there's no anvil involved. You get on a treadmill with your bare feet, and they film you, and then you stand on this thing different kinds of ways, and they take all kinds of measurements, and they then bring
sounds like prison check-in, but continue.
Then you bend over, no, and then they put it on a TV, and they show you like graphics showing where your gait, how your gait is, and where you are uneven, asymmetrical, and where you have your pressure points and stuff. I don't know. It could be all pseudoscience for all I know. I don't care because they don't charge any extra for it. And then at the end of it, they say, okay, now these are the shoes you should buy. And they bring out a bunch of them. You try them all on, and you walk out of there with some shoes that, are just normal price. So it was a fun experience. What they really want to sell you are the insoles, which they sell for as much as the shoe. But I did not go for those. It was clear. I'm like, where are they making their money here? Since they're selling the shoes at regular price and they're not charging for this service. And then it's like, Gideon, they said, you're fine. You don't need insoles. But me, they said, you could really benefit from some insoles. And those
I could
insoles
probably benefit from some.
yeah, and I'm sure I could benefit, but they're totally custom. They make them right there on the spot, and then they're like $150. I'm like, yeah, I think I'll go without the benefit. So, but interesting experience going to Roadrunner to buy some shoes.
Maybe I should do that because they could tell me what I should do about my stupid hammer toe. When I run, my pinky toe likes to dig into my next toe. It's not fun.
That's worse than Michael Scott's chafing. All right, let's move on to Nat Geo and Animal Kingdom. Jeremiah, I suspect, made his way all the way to Animal Kingdom.
That's Disney Springs because I don't think they have an Earl of
Oh
Sandwich
my goodness.
at Animal Kingdom.
You're right. Have they not? I'm used to seeing this at Animal Kingdom. I just assumed. You're totally right, and I'm an idiot. All right, I will continue. As is now the tradition with every new edition of Nat Geo Secrets of franchise, the iconic yellow rectangle has appeared on Disney World property, this time at Disney Springs, for a fun photo op to celebrate the Penguin edition. So this is at the marketplace near Earl of Sandwich, as you can see. Includes jagged glaciers, full-size penguin cutouts, and a few diving beneath the guest's feet.
We think they're full-sized. We'll need that Geo to tell us if that's...
Very cute. Not at Animal Kingdom, to be clear. And finally, BDX Droids have made their way to Tokyo Disney Resort. So it's starting yesterday, guests visiting Tokyo Disneyland can meet and greet the popular BDX Droids from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. This comes as new additions are making their way into the popular Star Tours attraction in the park, which are set to include updates from the Disney Plus Star Wars series, Ahsoka, Andor, and The Mandalorian. And thanks to our Tokyo reporter, Tetsuya, this is from Tetsuya, right?
Yes.
Let's check it out.
たくさんお名前呼んであげてください。ビーボー、オリー、グリーンって言います。
She said,
名前呼んで
please.
もらえてとても嬉しいみたいですね。ビーボーって名前呼んであげて。ビーボーって。
I like hearing the Japanese. I'm trying to get used to that.
Yeah, I should watch that video and see. I think she said something about, like, aren't they? Like, Desne?
You speak Japanese. Why aren't you coming with us?
Because I don't actually speak Japanese. I just done Duolingo for a year.
So we're doing a tour. We are the ultimate tourists. So yesterday I went and looked and found a tour, and it's like tour guide from the official license IDI. So after you sign up, they send you a tour guide says, okay, this is my tour. And so you get an email from them and you can decide what you want to do. And our tour guide goes, oh, how exciting. I've been following you guys on Twitter for years. I'm like, oh, cool. Someone who knows who Laughing Place is. So
Nice.
I'm excited.
Did you tell them what you're going to do?
I have to look. I just found out my hotel because I need to know that too, so we have some idea where to meet. And they sent me a list of stuff. So it'll be a 4-hour, fully customized tour.
It should have been 3 hours.
We would like to come back.
Well, debatable.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
We have two reviews for you today. This is the second one. The first one is the new Rami Malek movie, The Amateur. Alex wrote this review. His headline, movie review. Rami Malek leads a smart, emotional espionage thriller in The Amateur. His subhead, revenge comes at a price, and Rami Malek makes you feel every beat. His final paragraph, in an era dominated by hyper-polished super spies, The Amateur stands out by making humanity its greatest weapon. It's a thoughtful, gripping thriller that trusts its audience to appreciate tension, character, and consequences over cheap thrills. And thanks to Rami Malek's later performance, Charlie Heller is the kind of unlikely hero you'll want to root for and see more of. He gives The Amateur 4.5 out of 5 stars. Just stars. Didn't even come up with something clever. And secondly, Doctor Who Season 2 gets an exciting start with the Robot Revolution. This is from our resident Whovian, Luke Manning. His final paragraph, I'm not shy in expressing my disappointment over the big finale of season 1, but after a solid Christmas special and pretty spectacular opening, I'm very excited for the future of my favorite show. There's 7 more stories to come this season, with many coming from first-time writers to the show. Check back each week following every episode's release for my recaps of them. So a plug and a review. That's how we like it.
Before you go on, yeah, that was way to go, Luke. During the show, I got an alert from Discord. Nikki B tagged me. I have a request for whenever Doobie goes to Epic Universe, go to the meet and greet with Toothless and have him say hi to me in his dragon way and get it on video. So I would happily do that for you, but I have no idea when I'm getting to Epic Universe. But when I do, I will. I would suggest you ask Jeremiah to do it, as I'm sure he'll be going sooner than me. But as we found out yesterday, Jeremiah does not want your requests.
I would like to request that when we go, we get keep a watch on that typo that Benji found.
Yes, that was hilarious. That was.
It's a tricky one, but you know, if you're spending millions of dollars, maybe you figure it out.
I know the trick. When you see an apostrophe, change it to "it is" and see if it still makes sense. It's
exactly.
Not a hard trick.
And the rest.
I feel like you should play the bumper here.
Of the seagull?
No. The food.
Okay.
Feels like we're about to watch a football game or something. Annette's Diner, located at the Disney Village area of Disneyland Paris, is offering a new burger of the month for the period April 8th, that's today, through May 6th.
That's a month from now.
Let me check something here. Did I copy and paste or did I type wrong? Neither. All right.
What happened?
I read wrong.
Okay.
Okay. I get stuck. We know this.
All right.
Just live with it. All right. This is the Saffron-tastic burger. Pay attention, Kyle.
Okay.
It consists of red bread, double beef steak, rocket salad, tamarind sauteed onions, melted cheddar cheese, crispy bacon, roasted eggplant, and garlic pickles, saffron mayonnaise, anything else they can find in the kitchen. It's served with fries, sprinkled with crispy bacon and melted cheddar cheese sauce. Kyle, is this a pick or a skip?
So what's funny about this to me, we did talk about rocket salad last time, I believe.
Yes.
When I was a kid, because I always order my burgers plain, and the waitress comes and brings my burger and it has the typical setup, the lettuce, tomato. And I said, I'm sorry, miss, I think you made a mistake. I don't eat salad. So to actually put a salad on the burger is an automatic no for me. I'm interested in is there anything that I can get with the saffron? It's the Saffron-tastic burger.
Yeah, so the saffron mayonnaise.
The tamarind sauteed onions, those are okay. If I took out the rocket salad and the egg, I don't know if I've ever had eggplant, but I'd probably just take it off.
Wait, time out. Do not skip over that. You don't know if you've ever had eggplant?
I don't think I've had eggplant.
What the heck?
Well, see, it's one of those things where, like, when I was a kid, I'm like, don't like vegetables. But then I found out as I'm an adult that it's really in how you cook them. Like, I like my vegetables to be a bit more firm. So, like, when there's, like, teppanyaki, like, that's much more forgiving than if it's, you know.
But just, you've never had, like, eggplant parmesan?
I've had chicken parmesan because I'm not a vegetarian.
Well, but eggplant parmesan was a thing even before the whole vegetarian thing. Wow. This burger really does look good. I can eat almost nothing on it, but it looks really, really, really good. Yeah. Kyle is a skip, I believe, at least as presented. And for you video game fans, 2 popular characters from Aladdin have been added to the Epic Games Epic Games Fall Guys in-game store. Yes.
You got it.
No relation to Lee Majors. The costumes feature the game's adorable bean-shaped character design. Both characters are floating, meaning while using the skins, you won't see your beans' feet running throughout the game's obstacle course-esque grounds. Fall Guys is a free-to-play online game by Epic Games, available on major game consoles and PCs. Our own own Michael Celestino went to Knott's Berry Farm for its Boysenberry Festival, along with some friends, which is good because speaking of picky eaters, Mike's got us all beat. But he had some friends go with him, so they were able to try out.
He's medically picky. He gets a pass.
You don't get a pass. You don't get a pass. So his friends did try out stuff. There's lots of food. There's some food reviews in here. He also has a full video of the new show at the Birdcage Theater, which he says is hilarious because it has lots of kind of inside references about Knott's Berry Farm. So this is a long, long article. Go check it out. Read the videos. Over 100 pictures in here. If you're at all interested in the Boysenberry Festival, check it out. Boysenberry Festival is yummy. I got to check out a lot of the foods last week, and they're almost all good until you've had a lot, and then you never want to eat boysenberry again. But for that first couple of rounds, it is quite yummy. And speaking of Knott's Berry Farm, as I mentioned like 2 seconds ago, I got to go there last week and got to take a tour, which was kind of fun. And on the tour, I learned a lot of stuff about Knott's Berry Farm. If you're a Knott's Berry Farm aficionado, you may know all this stuff, but as someone who's just kind of went there casually as a kid and a few times as an adult, it was really interesting to get a lot of backstory on what is a considered the oldest theme park in America, long predating Disneyland. So I put together an article, I believe it's 13, a baker's dozen of Knott's Berry Farm facts I was not aware of that I learned on this tour, along with some fun Pinterest sprinkled throughout. So go check that out if you're at all interested in the Knott's place.
Well, yesterday, or really this morning, our own Bill Gausel kicked off a brand new series that he's going to be doing on a every other week basis called the Sarsaparilla Times, inspired by this ride, the Carousel of Progress. Yes, of course, he made Carousel of Progress since it's the namesake. He made it the first one, but it's going to be a look at different attractions, what makes them great, and what he loves about them.
That's interesting. I feel like Bill writes such different articles. I wish his schedule was such that we could have him on sometimes.
Yeah. One day.
The fun stuff.
So what happened, Kyle, is I felt bad for giving you all this was before you had the 70th minor update. So I gave you the Thunderbolts, and I'm like, there's a lot of stuff in that Thunderbolts. So I really need to make sure I even it out by doing a lot of stuff myself. And it turns out I did too much. This really should be your story, but oh well. So this is not that.
That's where you can go to Mouse Fan Travel.
So as part of yesterday's 30th anniversary, the beloved voice talents behind a Goofy movie 30 years ago yesterday, Bill Farmer and Jason Marsden, came together to an all-new video to celebrate the film's cultural legacy and reminisce about their experience bringing this now deemed iconic story to life. So in the video, On the Road Again, a Goofy movie's 30th anniversary, they hit the road in the reimagined AMC Pacer designed to look like the car featured in the film, where they interview each other about their fondest memories from the production of the film. And TIL, while summarizing this, the voice of Max is Jason Marsden, who I'm going, isn't that the guy from Paradise? It sure doesn't look like the guy from Paradise. And I search, no, that's James Marsden. Same spelling, no relation.
No relation.
Very good friends. And in fact, their wives have been friends since they were kids. So it's just weird the way the universe works. Anyway, this looks fun.
By the way, they're not actually driving. Just hate to ruin that for you.
Really?
Yeah. Don't know if you knew that.
Thank you for that info.
So this is my pocket pick.
Go for it.
I saw this and I was talking about how Stitch reminds me of my dog. And sure enough, it turns out that Stitch's panting was voiced by a real Boston Terrier, as you can see in the second clip.
He'll go into little spasms of quiet and struggle.
Adorable. That's cute.
Just like my doggy. So yeah, I thought that was very cute.
And the voice of Stitch, of course, was done by Chris Sanders, who made the film. I got to check out some comments here, as I like to do when we bring up an Instagram. Of course, it's a Boston Terrier. Of course, an overbred dog who can't really breathe. So cute. Talk about the seagull emoji.
I will say, yes, that Boston was definitely a little bit plumper than my Rigby.
If the dog is still alive, I hope he's living a good life. Let me see. Scroll
The
down.
movie is 20 years old.
Oh. Perhaps that's why this person just said
Sorry
R.I.P.
to say.
R.I.P. Okay.
All right, Doobie.
Talk about Seagull. That dog is dead. Dead, dead, dead.
I didn't bring it up. Other people did. On this day in
Thank you, Nikki B. Thank you very much.
1968, an actress was born. She appeared in Toy Story 4, Holes, and Hulu's The Act, which I feel like you must have seen.
Oh, that's the one about the... Yeah, I did see
about Springfield's own Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
But, oh man, I feel like I can... She's the star of that, right?
She plays the mother in that. She's briefly in Toy Story 4, and then she's in Holes.
It's not Holly Hunter, right?
She's also jumping ahead. On this day in 1994, she starred a movie that came out, directed by Leonard Nimoy, and also was the film debut of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Is it Patricia Arquette?
It is Patricia Arquette, yes.
I love
and the
Patricia
movie.
Arquette.
Do you know what the movie is?
No.
Hold on. I got to.
Which
Why
is
did my
sad, because she is literally my favorite TV actress, Patricia Arquette.
Oh, from what, Medium?
Yes. I
almost
her.
put that in there. I'm like, not Disney. I don't think it's Disney, is it?
No, I don't think so.
CBS?
But I've watched Medium like crazy, and I love her. And she's also in Severance now.
Yes, I was going to give you that clue too, but of course I didn't. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
Holy Matrimony was the
not
movie.
Not familiar.
Yeah. Didn't think you would be, but I did think it was funny that it was her birthday and that she had a movie come out the same day. On this day in 1974, something opened at Walt Disney World. When it opened, the admission cost was that's in 1995. In 1995, the admission cost was $10.60 for adults.
I doubt it.
But in 1974,
and when it opened in 1974.
When something it opened in 1974. What?
Fantasia Gardens?
No. Something that is no longer open. Famously no longer open.
Pleasure Island?
What?
I'm going with Pleasure Island.
You were so close. Change the first word slightly.
Treasure Island?
Treasure Island, yes.
Oh my goodness. I should have just trusted Reverend Miro's words, is where I stole the answer from. What?
Yes, later to be known as Discovery Island.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you want to see what that looks like today, there are plenty of people on YouTube who thought, hey, I know, I'm going to go over there at night and explore it and put up a video.
On this day in 2005, a movie came to Disney Channel based on one of their hit animated programs.
We really should just have me ask you every time, because I am no good at this whatsoever.
Just guess the show. I'm not going to make you guess the full title.
You prepare it, and then I'll ask you. 2005 Disney Channel based on an animated movie. Oh, that's cheating. You can't do your research for this day in Disney history. That's just called cheating. Perhaps.
Now we know why people are so good at DTL. Oh, yeah. Apparently, if you just look up the answer, then you know it.
Is it perhaps Kim Possible? Show the drama.
It is. Kim Possible. So the drama. How did you know that?
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Finally, on this day in 2006, an attraction opened at Disneyland Paris that has versions around the world.
Right, so
this is in their Discoveryland area.
I've scrolled up this time, so I cannot see Fred Ramirez's tainted answer. 2006, now around the world. How many around the worlds are there?
4, 1 closed to make way for something else that's similar. I think there's 4.
Wow.
There might be a 5th.
And it's still there in Paris?
Still there in Paris.
So I went
in Discoveryland.
I went to Discoveryland. I don't think it's the 20,000 Leagues walkthrough.
No.
I don't think it's Space Mountain.
No.
And I don't think I can think. Oh, Their weird version of the Astro Orbiter.
No.
Oh crap! Buzz Lightyear? Did they start
Buzz Lightyear
Did they-
Laser Blast.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
That is an HDR picture.
So it's the same as like Astro Blasters, just has a different name. It did get some upgrades, not all the same upgrades that the Magic Kingdom is going to get, but yeah. And that's it. Not a very exciting day in Disney history, quite honestly.
I know. But whatever's there, Fred Ramirez knew.
I'm checking on the parks blog, not seeing anything. Checking our patented list, not seeing anything there either.
Patent pending. Checking Laughing Place. I guess we'll hold those for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. Unless there's something super exciting, I hold it because we need something to talk about the next day.
Cool.
But as a tease, Captain America Brave New World, if you want to see that on digital soon, got about a week to go, and then you'll be able to do that.
I might have to do that since I still haven't seen it. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. It is 3-Show Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific today. We have Barely Necessity starring our very wives. See, the husbands do a show, then the wives do a show. Sometime we should crisscross. You should do a show with my Rebecca, and I do a show with your Rebecca.
We should have done that a week ago today.
Yeah. So we'll remember that for 26.
It won't fall on a Tuesday.
That's an excellent point. So join us. Oh, and then at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, we have Disney Trivia Live, which means I'll be back for that. So Mosley's all day long. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you.
When do you go to Japan?
Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday.
So next week, probably no morning shows. We'll see.
So here's the deal. We fly SFO to LAX, then LAX to Tokyo. Our SFO flight is at 6 a.m. They tell you to get there 3 hours early for an international flight.
You told us. Or you told
Okay.
me. I don't know if you told them.
I don't
You
know
can
if
tell them.
Okay. They tell you to get there 3 hours early for an international flight, which will be 3 a.m. There's nothing open at 3 a.m. at SFO. They won't open until 4:30. So I hope I'm okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We're all counting on you.
Counting on you.
Bye.
Speaking of airplanes.